This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of The Boys, Season 3, Episode 5. This episode is titled The Last Time to Look on This World of Lies. There is going to be spoilers, and honestly, I'm sorry this came out a day later than I intended it to. Basically, I did that short Lightyear video yesterday as a theory video. I thought I'd have enough time to record this video, but then I turned out to be going to a bunch of places for the rest of the day and didn't have any time to record a video at all until about 9 p.m. And honestly, since I didn't want somebody coming out at 9 p.m., I just figured I'll just push this back 12 hours since, most people will be going to bed soon and it's too late to release it now. So, sorry about that. I got really busy yesterday and yeah, also I'm kind of glad I didn't do the Clone Wars video this week because I literally would have no time to record that. But yeah, let's just go right into this. This episode had many great things happen. One of the most interesting of them is the introduction of the legend into the show. This is a character I wasn't sure if they were ever going to do. It seems like really odd they waited so late into the show to go and introduce him, since he was a really major part of the comics and was there basically from the beginning. The legend was basically their parody of Stan Lee, and with him, he went and informed the boys on a bunch of stuff with Vought, since he used to be a comic creator for them. Although in the show's universe, he used to have Madeline Stillwell's position back in the, I think, 80s and 90s. Well, up to that point, I'm not sure exactly how long he had it for, but also worked with the boys in their early stages and helped them, although it did cause him to lose his leg. And yeah, I thought he was really cool to see. And it's really awesome to see a character from the comics come into this. And honestly, I thought earlier in the episode that he was never going to make an appearance because when we see the Butcher and Maeve relationship, I was just assuming they were transferring that relationship to Butcher now, since it was originally in the comics, Maeve and the Legend, and I was thinking, yeah, they're doing this, so I don't think they're ever going to do the Legend in the show. And I turned out to be so wrong just a few minutes later when he appears on the show. And yeah, it's really cool to see the Legend on this show, but I think that's all I'm going to say for now because I need to go into the plot of this episode. And looking at the most minor storyline in this, we have A-Trains. And with this, I think it was last week, I forgot to mention his storyline. But with this, his storyline has been continuing where he is trying to become a more active superhero and trying to find his own place. He wanted to talk to the hero Blue Hawk, who has been going and over patrolling black neighborhoods, and even though this is an extremely political, topic, I think it is being handled in an interesting way, with, well, A-Train trying to play both sides and realizing that he can't, and that you have to pick a side in this conflict. And that's definitely an interesting stance. And I'm not going to comment too on it because I don't want to get political, but I think that it is a really interesting way for them to be going with this. And I want to know what you think of it, but please don't be going and attacking other people because of their opinions, because that is something I do not condone. And if I see anybody attacking someone, and what I mean attacking is it's fine if you disagree and have a civilized argument. But if you start doing stuff like name calling or insulting them, calling them a bunch of, well, bad names, or just doing anything that is excessively cruel, I will go and delete that comment, and I may even ban you from commenting on the channel. It really depends on how bad it is. And we know the side he'll be taking, most likely, unless he really has no redemption in him. And also, I'm interested to see how this will play into Huey's storyline, since the boys are the main characters of the show, and the Seven are, basically the villains. With this, I'm wondering if A-Train is going to be redeemed, or if he is irredeemable because he's still responsible for Homelander killing Supersonic in the last episode, and caused a lot more really bad things to happen. And now his brother has been permanently paralyzed by this. Looking at the main storylines of this, we get to see how Homelander is still losing it. He is, although, getting more powerful and has taken over Vought. He has fully lost it. He has. I'm not even thinking you could say fully lost it yet because, I mean, you think he's fully lost it each week and he's just going crazier and crazier. We still haven't seen these milk scenes. So, yeah, I think this is going to get even crazier with this season. But with this, I think that, yeah, this has been really interesting to see him go crazier and crazier, and how pathetic he is with him firing anybody at Vought that had anything bad to say about him. And that is pretty crazy that now they have so many people who lost their job in the universe, and that's all because of Homelander's ego. And with it, you could see how it went from a room filled with people to a room with just a few people now. And yeah, with that, I think it was interesting to see. But even more tragic, we get to see Queen Maeve has been kidnapped and potentially killed by Homelander and Black Noir. And that scene was just so quick, you were barely able to see what was going on. And yeah, I think that was really interesting to see. Moving on to just some of the other storylines we have. As I mentioned earlier, Homelander and Maeve do have a moment together, and I was kind of surprised by that. I'm not sure if Maeve is still in her relationship from season 2. I don't remember how that ended up, if they'd ever resolved anything. Because I think they did break up, but I don't know if they went anywhere further with it. Yeah, this is interesting to see. But also, I'm wondering what's going to happen with Maeve in the future. For continuing with the storylines of Butcher and Huey and the rest of the boys. Things are getting interesting. Both Frenchie and Kamiko seem willing to go and get out of the game. Although Nina wants Frenchie to go and repay for everything she lost on Butcher's operation. And she has gone and kidnapped Frenchie. And Kamiko has lost her powers, but she is relieved because she hated her abilities. and is so glad that she has lost them. I'm not sure if they have contacted Butcher about this, but I'm guessing this is the main reason that Butcher wants to team up with Soldier Boy, which is going to be interesting. And yeah, talking about that final storyline, it is interesting to see that Huey is willing to push away Starlight and wants to go and defeat the Seven at all cost, saying Homelander is such a great threat. He wants to go and save Starlight from him because he just sees that as his goal, and isn't really saying how this is going to affect their relationship. But this is still interesting. This episode is really fun. I also think that there is no way that so many people could forgive Butcher, and it seems like he's on his path to go and just become who he is in the comics in the final arc. And I'm not going to spoil that here. I've already talked about it in a video, and I'll hopefully remember to put it up here. But yeah, I do want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.